All the Cavs announcing a major deal with Goodyear yesterday in Ohio. Starting next season, Goodyear tire and the company's Wingfoot logo will appear on the Cavs game jerseys. The deal will reportedly bring in $30 million annually. We want to bring in executive chairman and portfolio manager of the Brewer Group. He is a former NFL star himself. Jack Brewer is here. Jack, good to see you.
Great to see you.
Wow, this is interesting that you're going to have logos on the jerseys right now. What do you make of this deal?
We all knew it was coming. Now It's time to show me the money. You know, these NBA deals, it's a 3-year trial that they have, and this is the 6th deal actually that's been struck. So the deals have ranged between $4 million and $8 million. So, I mean, it's a pretty decent amount of money. We'll see where it goes. The patches are only 2.5 inches, so it's not going to be something that's going to take over kind of your eyesight when you're watching the game. But I think it's good for the league.
Sounds like an easy way to make money, by the way.
No doubt. And as long as you get the companies that really go with the team's culture and
Goodyear goes. Goodyear's based in Akron. That's LeBron James' hometown. It's just down the road from Cleveland. But in terms of, NASCAR has made this part of the sport, and the connection between corporate sponsor and driver is almost, it used to be inseparable. And so fans would wear famously like the DuPont jackets for Jeff Gordon, and it was terrific advertising. So,
but is there a conflict between the league and the individual teams about who gets to wear what? I mean, isn't the league saying, well, we want a piece of that pie? Why not have logos on everybody's team that sponsors some company?
Eventually, you know, these deals are, you know, we don't know, they're not long-term deals, so they're only allowed to do it for 3 years. You know, the dollar amount right now is kind of low because I think it's a trial period, but I'm sure later down the line you're going to see more and more logos appear on different places. You know, the question that I've had is what is this going to do for the players in regards to, you know, if a guy gets in trouble, if you have an issue on and off the field, how are the sponsorships going to really be affected by that now?
That's a good point. Are they going to walk away?
When is a player going to get a tattoo sponsorship?
Oh, God.
You know, I think that this is going the way the music industry is. Remember now, the music industry, the record companies did all the work, the marketing, and put the music on the radio and the like, and then the artists would do their tours, and they would get the revenue from the concerts. Now, the music industry, because they can't make money selling music anymore, they are now parts of the promotion. So the league has all these players with these shoe deals and so forth. Yeah. They're now looking to get compensated for it so they can build their revenue base. So I think that's the way of the future. I think you're going to see more revenue opportunities brought back to the teams as opposed to the players. Yeah. And then also for the very reason you mentioned about what happens if a player does something that is challenging. Yeah. Won't affect the brand because the brand stays. I think it's a great
point that you bring up because it's an easy way to raise revenue. Then there's the controversial former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Reportedly, he could become a Seattle Seahawk. Jack, what do you mean?
He has to stay on the West Coast. I mean, you know, I've said this before. I don't think Colin could come out and play in New York or places like that that have such a strong affinity to the police officers. But this is good for Colin. I think this is a football team with a locker room that's strong enough to take on a lot of the outside distractions. I think Richard Sherman to keep him protected. If you look at it offensively in regards to how Colin will fit into this offense, it's a West Coast style offense that revolves around the quarterback being able to make plays with his feet. That's what Colin Kaepernick does. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. You know, he doesn't turn the ball over. So it could be good for this team. Hope Colin Kaepernick, you know, takes advantage of this opportunity.
What about the halftime show? Real quick, we're going to see a halftime show in more than just football now.
Every college band across the nation is crying now because they're going to get their time cut more and more, unfortunately.
But the fans love it.
Those poor tuba players.
It's time. You know, it's time. You know, you have all these
Those
viewers.
are actually sousaphones, by the way, the very giant, large instruments. Yeah. Those are tubas, John, the sousaphones.
No, it's good for the game, I think. You know, it's going to bring in more revenue. People don't want to watch bands play during major college football games anymore. It's time to bring some real shows to halftime.
Maybe the college paychecks are next.
They better be coming now. They should be. Just give the kids insurance at least, you know, when they leave.
Good stuff, Jack. Thanks so much. Jack Brewer, always a pleasure.